where do you think the chemical weapons went? If he had them at one time, now does he not have them anymore? I mean, he violated 17 UN resolutions, would move things around, would not give, access on time. I mean, are you telling me it's not possible he didn't funnel them out? You're telling me they couldn't have been gotten out of the country? How did Syria ever get chemical weapons in the first place? Anybody talk about that? Could they have gotten them from Iraq somehow? Yeah, they share a border. I mean, I don't know. It's awful iffy, isn't it? I think it's interesting he chose to use chemical weapons. I'm a little surprised he decided to do it here with Trump coming into office, because I think the perception of Trump as a leader from the rest of the world would be that he's not somebody that's going to bluff, I would think. How he carries himself, the way that things have gone. I mean, don't you get a sense that what he says is what he believes and he's going to just go at it, right? Doesn't he seem like that kind of guy? I mean, you dealt with Obama for 8 years. You kind of saw what he would or would not do, what lines would he cross or not cross. And you played that game. I mean, that's true of any relationship. So now Trump comes in office and now you decide to use chemical weapons again? Especially if we're already active in the area still, going against ISIS and stuff. I don't know. I mean, that's an interesting question. It's not unheard of that a group would use an attack on themselves to draw others in. It's not unheard of. But then you got to start calculating, who actually has the possibility of getting a hold of gas when they do that. More likely that it's from Assad, what every indication seems to be. Of course, Russia puts out a big comment about, that's just accusations that he used gas, blah, blah, blah.
And it's been confirmed they died from
Chlorine and sarin gas. Oh, that's wonderful. That's a good ways to go. Yeah. Sure. Yeah. So there's interesting questions there, and like I said, boil it down to this. I mean, should you step in and do something if you see something wrong happen? I mean, there's times where you have, there's times where you haven't. But I gave this example earlier. I said if you walk out the door of the school, there's two people in a fight, and one person is winning that fight and beating the other person pretty badly. Do you have any moral obligation to go in and stop that fight? I mean, it's a good question. I mean, I gave them 4 options of what you could do. 4 options. If you came across a fight and saw something happening, I mean, the first one is, it's none of my business, right? I don't want to get involved in that. That's whatever dispute. I don't know what the dispute's about, right? You don't know who started the fight. You don't know what it's about. So I don't do anything. You can take the option of trying to say something verbally, trying to tell them, hey, stop, hey, what are you doing? And try to engage and distract them from, beating this person up. That's a possibility. You could engage the person who's doing the punching and hitting, right? Push them off, get them away, and stop them, right? But there's another thing. There's a 4th option you can have to protect the person that's getting beaten down, and that's to go cover them up and protect them. To not actually engage the person and fight the person, but instead to use yourself to go in and protect the other person that's getting hurt. A sacrifice. Hopefully not to death, but if something else enters in and someone's now in the way and you can't get to the person you're actually mad at, that might cause you to finally stop and back off and maybe leave it alone. Being able to take action but not be aggressive in it. Now, here's the next kicker, right? So that's just a normal fight. What if there's like a 50-year-old man out there punching a 5-year-old in the face over and over again? Does that make you feel different about stepping in?
I'm gonna kick that.
Yeah. Because he deserves it.
Wait a minute, but what if they say, wait a minute, this is my kid, this is my situation, it's none of your business? Because that's very much like, you're in another country, I'm sovereign, this is my business, why are you sticking your nose into it? If you see the injustice, are you moved to try to do something about the injustice? That's what I'm trying to get you to think about. That's the moral question that you start getting into, and it only becomes magnified if you're the leader of a country and you're talking about your own citizens, your own military, that you're going to be calling into action. What were you going to say?
Say, a lot of people don't realize especially
They kill you.
yeah, it takes 10 minutes on average to kill you, and it starts with, you can't smell it, the chlorine. It just gets absorbed through your skin, and it causes, your eyes start to water at first, and then you lose all control of your bodily functions, and you just start to bleed. And then after about 6 or 7 minutes of exposure, you'll go into paralysis and have severe convulsions, and you just keep convulsing without being able to control that, but you're fully aware of what's going on, and then your organs lose everything, including all their water, and you usually die from the dehydration, or you bleed out, which is
So basically, it's not painless.
very, very bad. Are you talking about?
Sarin gas. There's other chemicals too. I mean, for instance, the United States had a very large stockpile of what's called VX gas, and that's even worse. Chlorine gas you can at least smell, but it's colorless. You can't see it. It doesn't come in a vapor. That's why pools and stuff like that, the chlorination pools. That's why they've got all those warning signs about the areas where it pumps and processes. You got to be careful. Any kind of chlorine spills, that can cause a problem. There was a kid that died up at a hotel because something happened with the machinery or whatever, and the, I don't know if it was the chlorine that,
You know that hotel
or
closed
some
down.
other type of thing, but yeah, I mean,
The pool shut down.
it's pretty bad.
Oh, I would have sued the hotel. Yeah, it's kill my son.
The government signed a treaty to have American
15? Oh, they signed a treaty in 2013 to get rid of chemical weapons, and then they used them. Oh, maybe that's how they're gonna get rid of them. That's nice of you. That's so nice. So, look, at the end of the day, there's questions for you to think about how you personally feel about things, about, what it means to take action on situations, see those situations. The next couple of days will tell us something. I don't think at the end of the day it's going to change a lot of things in our lives right now.